every morning before you have any caffeine or food. Have a couple glasses of water. Also, so every single morning I have the same exact routine, and that is making lunch for the day. Perfect. Lunch for me usually is either 4 ounces of tuna or 4 ounces of ground chicken, turkey, beef, whatever, and like a Diet Coke and a Greek yogurt. And then for breakfast, what I usually do is I partake in intermittent fasting. What that means is I have a usually 10 to 12 hour period throughout the day that is dedicated to eating, so I don't usually eat until around 11 o'clock. Again, personal preference. A lot of people will say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it is. I'm not fighting that fact, but it's just what I do to help me get through the day when I am in a deficit of calories like I am right now. 2 servings. Right, try this again. Good morning, everybody. So what happened yesterday is I recorded in the morning, which you guys saw a little snippet of it. Well, at least you should have. And then I got to work and I instantaneously felt like shit. So what happened is last week I worked, I think, 52 hours within 3 or 4 days. And I think my body got a little bit worn down and my immune system got vulnerable and I caught something like that. But I feel better tonight. I was congested. I still sound a little bit congested. I had a headache and a cough. But I took some NyQuil, got a lot of sleep. I think that helped me, and that'll help me get through the rest of the week, hopefully. But today I have my first upper day of the week, so I'm gonna bring you guys through that. I'm also gonna do some cardio and some core. Maybe I'll show you guys my core routine. Again, like I said, I'm not trying to make these videos too long, and today's only Tuesday, so I'm gonna have to span it out throughout the week. Started my morning ritual again, same exact way as I do always, and I can show you guys that it's literally always. So I got home from work and I went inside, took a nap, fell asleep, and then pretty much moseyed around. I had some chicken noodle soup and some ginger ale, the remedies of a cold, something, I don't know. Still a little bit congested, but whatever, I feel fine. My routine, Jesus, I get off track. 1 dirty cup, 1 new cup. These are my mom's, and I love them. I don't know, they just make me happy. The orange owl cups. I mean, it's an owl. I mean, it's an owl. What's there not to make you happy? So yeah. Good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have a lot of time to talk over what I'm doing. You guys are seeing pretty much the same routine as last week. I added in, I think, a superset and then 1 more exercise afterwards because I was feeling good. So in total I completed 2 exercises for chest, back, and that's it. I didn't do shoulders because after the side lateral raises my shoulders were fine. And well, I mean, not that it was frustrating me, I just didn't want to overdo it that day. I also tried to kind of implement different angles to show you guys how my body looks while I'm doing these exercises. So like this, a side lateral dumbbell raise. Obviously it works with the lateral head of your deltoid. you can kind of see the swaying that I don't want to call it swaying because it's not necessarily arching back and forth, but I am using a little bit of momentum while still feeling the contraction, while still letting my muscle do all of the work, and I'm not literally just heaving my shoulders backwards and trying to get the weight up and just lifting with my ego. I'm actually letting my muscles contract. I mean, even right here, I'm using, I think, 25-pound dumbbells, and this superset is a bicep shoulder superset, so it's hammer curls, which is going to work the short head of your bicep, which also gives it thickness, and then it's working the side lateral, which is the deltoid, which will give the roundness. Well, it'll help to the roundness of your shoulders. But what I'm doing is 3 sets each, anywhere from 15 to 20 reps. Basically, it's a burnout. So I mean, even with this one, you can kind of see my back, see how I'm somewhat swaying back and forth, but most of the contraction, actually basically all the contraction, is coming from the muscle. That is okay. It's not okay to just, like I said, heave your shoulders back and just wait for the weight to come up and then rip down in your hand. So again, the superset is, it's no time in between, so it's just back to back to back to back, keeping my heart rate up and with weight that I can obviously handle. It's basically designed to get as much blood into my muscle as possible. To be honest, I'm trying to help with the rehab of my shoulder, because basically the inflammation, I mean, it just needs blood to go to that area of my body to help with repair. So that's what I was trying to do. That's what my mindset is coming into the workouts, and then later I'll get into more progressive overload. Jesus, I get so off topic. So the supersets, 3 sets, 15 to 20 reps each, so no rest in between. So I'm doing hammer curls, 15 to 20 reps, and then right into side lateral raises, 15 to 20 reps. Put it down, do it again 3 times, and then I take a minute or so break in between. And this superset's a little bit different. So for my chest, or my shoulder at least, I can't do any overhead pressing yet. I don't know when I will be able to do that. The doctor told me to cut it out, like never do it again, which that's laughable, because obviously if I do it correct and I'm not an just ignorant swine whenever I'm trying to work out, I shouldn't hurt my shoulders. I actually moved the weight up a little bit in this. I was a little cocky. This feels good on my shoulder. Any sort of stretching like this feels good on my shoulder. So whenever I'm bench pressing, that still, I mean, hits a nerve in my head where it's like, yeah, don't do that yet. That's kind of iffy. So I've been sticking to chest flies with the machine. It gets a good pump in my chest, and obviously it gets a good contraction in my chest. And I superset it with dumbbell rows. Oh my goodness, I forgot what the name of the exercise was. And these are going to look funky possibly to some. First of all, because I look like a lesbian, and then second of all, the way I'm pulling it up isn't, I mean, normal people, not normal people, but there's different forms when it comes to exercising, which, I mean, you don't need to be too much of a Nazi about. I apologize if I just offended anybody by saying that. But whatever feels good for you. Like, I can't tell you to move your body 5 inches to the left because it's going to help you get a better contraction, when possibly the way that you were doing it is better for your body. Everybody's different, so just do what feels right for you. Just make sure you're adding in all the variables that make the form all right, if you know what I'm saying. But with this, I'm kind of pulling my elbow around, I guess, around back up through the side of my glutes, and while other people would just pull it straight up and have your elbow be as close to your lat as possible. I mean, whatever feels better for you guys, I mean, do it that way. But I did, for that other superset, it was 3 sets, 15 to 20 again, and then 3 sets, 15 to 20. After that, I did triceps. So for this, I just did 3 sets of 12, because with my triceps, I can still work on progressive overload. Not that the supersets aren't implementing progressive overload, it's just I feel better not doing supersets, putting as much focus and energy into one muscle group as possible. So that's what I still do with my triceps. I just progressively overload. 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. And then this is what I mostly want to focus on for you guys. If you are brand new to the gym, the best way to develop mind-muscle connection to be just intact with how you're moving your body, basically the kinesiology of your body, is body weight movements. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips by yourself, I mean, just on a chair, anything like that where you are moving your body yourself. It's not on a machine, you're not moving a dumbbell, you are physically moving yourself. That's going to give you the best connection with your muscles. So for this, I did a superset. It's just an incline push-up, and then also the next exercise that you see is an inverted row. So I did 15 reps with the push-ups, and then I believe I could only do 10 reps with the inverted rows. So the lower the bar is, the harder it will be. If I were to raise the bar up a little bit, I could kick my feet in, my body would go a little bit higher up, and it would be less of an incline and make it easier. I'm trying to pause at the top, but as you can see right now, I just stopped pausing because it's a very hard exercise. If you guys are trying to do that, you can do the incline Smith push-up to the inverted row, and that's probably one of my new go-to favorites while I'm trying to rehab. And then the last exercise that I did was a reverse curl for my brachioradialis, which is basically the muscle that runs, I guess, over your elbow. So it goes from your bicep to right above your forearm. And then that was it for the workout. I hope you guys can take some of this information, implement it into your own, and then enjoy the rest of the clips. Focus. So that was my first training session of 2 exercises per major muscle group. I'm sorry about the angles, they're absolutely atrocious. Every single time I'd record myself, I literally looked like I either didn't have arms or I didn't have legs. Ow, ooh, crap. But yeah, you guys would have just heard a voiceover for what I did, why I did everything. Right now my shoulder feels good. I wouldn't say it was bothering me, but I think it's just mentally that I've been injured in that area for so long that I still think about it whenever I'm doing anything. So I'm putting so much focus towards that one spot that I suck myself out, and I think that it's still bothering me, even though it's not. So overall, the workout was good. I was gonna tell you guys something before I went in, but I completely forgot. I mean, I'm not drinking like 4 coffees a day. Sorry. Coffees that people get twisted. You can honestly send yourself into a downward spiral if you fuck up and you get too much additives in your coffee. I'm talking the pumps, if you go to Dunkin' Donuts, if you get regular sugar with it, that's extra calories. I mean, every little thing counts, but I'm not telling you to drink your coffee black. I did that for about a year. When I first got into fitness, I would drink my coffee black. I got used to it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. And then I started having a cream in it and a sweet and low in it, and it got progressively more delicious. And now I'm at the point where I have my go-to coffee. If you guys want to try it, go ahead. I know some people don't have certain coffee shops around, but I get 1 cream, 2 sweet and low. I mean, it's delicious. Tastes like a regular coffee. Get rid of all the excess flavor crap, like the pumps. You don't need that. If you do get that, just get 1 pump. That's it. No cream, no sugar, because the pump has sugar itself. And obviously, to be honest, you're gonna want to add those calories into your daily caloric intake, and they're not good calories. They're just wasted sugar calories. I mean, coffee isn't the best for you. Black coffee is supposedly good for you. It's good for your blood pressure. It's good for your heart. But let's be honest, if you drink black coffee, you're going into work afterwards, no one's gonna want to talk to you because you're gonna have coffee breath, and it's not a good day. So that's my tip when it comes to coffee. Drive now. I'm gonna listen to some WEI, see how the Red Sox are doing. Apparently David Price is a bust and not worth 215 mil. Whatever. I thought he was one of the best. I thought he won like the Cy Young Award. He's yeah, man. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next clip. It might be tonight, might be tomorrow. I got some money from the bank. I'm gonna go and buy a scratch ticket because, well, I feel lucky, and if I win some money, you guys are gonna witness it firsthand. Wish me luck. I'm definitely not gonna win anything. I've never won anything on a scratch ticket. I'm 21 years old. I've only bought like 5, but most of our one was like $5. So
Go out on the weekends, I barely. Peace and prosperity.
I didn't win. Happy July. Something weird about myself, which is you guys will learn over time. If you watch my videos, besides the fact that I'm awkward whenever I talk to a camera, it's the fact that I love to be by myself. So this makes making YouTube videos a little tricky, because I do have a girlfriend and I have friends, but it's like weird. I like to balance everything out. Like 25% of my time, I just like to be by myself. That's when I'm honestly the happiest. I'm not a very social guy. I'm not a very social person. I just like to be by myself. So this morning, woke up, made my coffee. It was a little bit too loud at home, so I decided to come to the courts and just chillax. So that's pretty much it. That's a little bit about me. Today I got to record a food for thought video that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be about eating out. Not particularly when you're on a diet, because I know a lot of people aren't on a diet right now or as of yet, or checking their calories, watching their calories, but I'm gonna just healthy options when eating out. I find myself always telling you guys how much I hate Walmart, but always going in. 100-foot, 2 chalk markers. I'll explain in a minute. So here's the deal. Sunday nights we play pickup at the basketball courts in town where I live, but it's an old tennis court, which if you guys saw one of my old videos, I kind of bitched about it. It's an old tennis court, so there are no indications of the free throw line, 3-point, half court, no idea. So we kind of make it up. So what I did is I looked up all the dimensions of a basketball court, not a professional basketball court, just like a high school basketball court, and I'm gonna mark it all out in chalk. I should do it in spray paint, but I'm gonna mark it out in chalk, so that way it's legal and not illegal, and so we can actually play ball on the courts after. So let's do it. Other corner. That's half court. This is the far corner. This is 1, 3, 4. The 3-point line comes inside. Three-pointers, and then free throws.
I wanna know how we became so distant, girl.
Thank you very much. Have a good 4th. I hope you guys just heard how damn nice I was to that toll employee. I don't know what to call them. Highest rate of suicide in a job are toll workers. True story. Second highest, police officers. So, when you're going through a toll booth, be nice, baby, after work hours.
It's always been that way. Baby, I still feel the same.